Hello YouTube, Dogfoot9 here, and welcome to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode. We're on episode 29 today, and we're starting off with making some transfers here. Andre Santos, I'm going to let Newcastle buy him today because, well, I've already got the left back slot filled in. I've got a new left back in, I've got Monreal, and I've also got like a backup left back and a backup right back as well. So it doesn't really matter if I lose him, because I won't be losing any major players in the team. And also, he's getting a bit old now, Andre Santos, so I wanted to sell him on before he loses his value. So I had to put another bid for Aguero there, as you saw. So I just decided, you know what, I've got a bit of spare money to go. Once I've spent some of my money on Aguero, so I decided to look out for a centre defensive mid, as it's an area of the pitch I really want to build on. I know I've already got Diaby, but he's getting a bit older now, and also many clubs are after him, so I might want to sell him before he starts to dip in his age, or he starts to be people start to get less interested in him. So I tried to use him there to get Javi Martinez. But as you see there again, Sergio Aguero, we wanted a bit more money for him, so I had to, well, give him a bit more obviously. And also we wanted a bit more for Javi Martinez as well, Bayern Munich did. He's quite young, so he's going to be worth quite a bit. He hasn't got the best speed in the world, and he's in a centre defensive mid position, so it's not one of the most important and most high value areas on the pitch. Some teams don't have centre defensive mids, but I want, because I'm playing a 4-1-2-1-2 or a 4-4-2 wide, or whatever it's called. I think it's well, I can't remember what it's called, but it's practically a 4-1-2-1-2. I need a centre defensive mid who's going to help the centre backs, as if they do push too far up the field, he'll be able to cover back in the defence. And also, if we've got someone at a centre defensive mid who can push up, they can also intercept the balls if we lose it and stuff like that. So centre defensive mids are really important, or CDMs, depends what you like to call it. But anyway, we've got a match against Man City here, and Aguero, he still hasn't come from Arsenal, so he's quite a big threat in this match. But it doesn't matter really too much, because we've got our own threat of our own, and that is Mason Ozil, and he was just got there a throw-in for us. He could have maybe gotten us a corner there if he'd have hit a bit too hard, but you know, the man Podolski gets on the ball and puts it into the back of the net with an absolutely thunderous strike, and gets it past Joe Hart. Joe Hart was playing really well in this match, and I thought I wasn't going to score too many past him, but there you go, the first goal with a bit of fancy footwork as well. Well, not too fancy, but you know, it's quite good for me, and it scores us the goal. So now Walcott is blasting down on wings here, and he crosses the ball in, and from quite an odd angle we get it in again, but this time it was Lewandowski, the Pole, as well, he's from Poland, and he really has started to grow this season. He started to play a bit better than he did last season, but already we get a goal scored against us. We were piling on the pressure, and Yaya Toure scores a goal, and he adds a bit more tension into the match. So we're going to have to score another one if we're going to be trying to get any further in this match. And well, Man City seem to leave themselves a bit open here, and in the 90th minute, Mayachi with some brilliant skills there, gets on his left foot and blasts it into the corner. I don't know if Mayachi is left footed, but I think he's got 4-star weak foot, so he can easily put that away, and that makes a 3-1 win against Man City for us, which is really good, because Man City, supposedly according to EA, are going to win the league in my career mode this year, so to beat them is quite good. And then instantly after that we get an instant response about Sergio Aguero, and it's about his contract. So maybe they just wanted to get rid of him, or they just decided they wanted to sell him after that game, because he didn't really have too much of an impact in the second half when he was brought on. So I sent him a contract over, and also I sent a bit more for Javi Martinez, but I don't know if they're going to actually let him go for that much, because they say they're not interested in Diaby. And also, I let Icefield go out on loan, because really, I've already got, well, quite a few amazing cams who I can use. I've got Adrian, I've got some of my strikers who can come back, and also now I've got Sergio Aguero who can play in the striker position or in the cam position, as I've just accepted him into my club. So, just getting told there that my Russian team needs to be put in for my international job. And then Javi Martinez, I put a last bid in for him with Diaby, and after this I'm going to be using bids without Diaby, because I think it's starting to get into a bit of crazy money now for having Martinez and Diaby to go over with the money I'm sending. And also there, as you see, I'm putting Nabry onto the loan list. So just getting ready for Sunderland here. Sunderland, they aren't really a big worried from this year, but I do need to be making sure I'm growing on my goal tally when I'm playing against them, and also I'm winning the games, obviously. But there, we nearly get in there. Maybe I should have had a shot or volleyed it, but we decided not to. And we're in the second half here, so I was getting a bit desperate because I needed to score some goals. And Ozil with a nice back heel there and puts it into a corner from a pretty good angle there. It was some good shooting there from Ozil, and he just puts it into the back of the net for a 1-0 lead, and that seemed to open up the Sunderland defence. Seemed to get a bit dejected after that, and Ozil threw on goal again and then puts into the opposite corner, and that's another goal for us, and that's a 2-0 lead. And we did have a 2-0 lead against Man City, and they scored, but I was trying not to make that happen this game. And again, we get through on goal, and we score with Lewis Muriel, as I brought him on as substitute, and he is definitely a super sub, as you saw in the awards for last season. Now, Aguero on the ball with a bit of work, passes it into Muriel, and Muriel just finishes it off there with a just smash into the near post. But we can't keep a clean sheet, unfortunately. I don't know why, but I've even got a new goalkeeper. My defence is pretty solid, but we just seem to be letting in goals like that, which shouldn't really have been letting in straight from kick-off. But still 4-1, it still adds onto our goal tally, and it means we can challenge for top of the league early on this year. Because if you drop points early in the season, it's kind of an uphill battle. So you do want to be winning those first couple of games. Now here again, Javi Martinez, I take Diaby out of the offer, and I should give a bit more money. And we get a reply here, and to the transfer offer we go, and they wanted a bit more money, and I put Diaby in there, and then I put 15 million, but then I took him out because, 15 million for Diaby as well is a bit too much. And Aniki, or whatever he's called, I also put on loan. Sorry I couldn't say his name there, but we have him, Martinez. They accept that offer, and I can sign him on, I can give him a contract, and I can now accept or reject him, and I accept him. So that's 2 top players signed in this episode, and that's pretty good for me. So we're starting to spend that budget we've got from selling Cavani. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, also subscribe for more FIFA videos, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.